everyone, welcome back to our channel Lex Click. My name is Kanupriya Bhargav and I'm currently working as legal intern with Lexis and Company for the month of July. I hope you all are safe and happy. And today's topic of discussion will be around Advocates Protection Bill. So we will discuss today what is Advocate Protection Bill, what is the objective of this bill, what are the punishment given under this bill. So let's begin here with our topic. The Bar Council of India released Advocate Protection Bill 2021 on July 2nd, 2021. The statute was drafted by 7-member committee with the obstacles and difficulties faced by the advocates and their families. The main motive for the law are said to be the protection of advocates and the removal of barriers to execute their task. A variety of reasons mentioned in this bill that obstructs the performance of the advocate. Moving forward, let us see now what all are the objectives of Advocate Protection Bill. A recent rise in attack, kidnapping, threatening, assault, intimidation, and continuous threats against advocates is a major cause for bringing this bill. When an attorney's safety is threatened as a result of their profession, the government must offer them safety against this assault. To protect activists, such a step is necessary. Advocate must also supplied with the social security and the minimum requirement of life according to law. Section 2 of this bill will use the same definition of advocate as Advocates Act 1961. A person who has been registered as an advocate under the requirement of the act is referred to an advocate there. Let us move forward and see what all are the punishment described under this bill. In the same section, the word act of violence is defined. This category includes any actions taken against advocates with the intent of biasing or disrupting the process of unbiased, fair, and fearless litigation. Threats, harassment, coercion, assault, malicious prosecution, criminal force, harm, hurt, injury, and other activities may be used against advocates, all which may have an influence on their living and working conditions. Property loss and is also a factor for their damage. These are to be a non-bailable offence and are recognized as a cognizable offence. Punishment and reparation are discussed in section 3 and 4 of this bill. For a repeat crime, penalties can vary from 6 months to 5 years in prison with a maximum of 10 years in prison. For first infraction, fines range from 50,000 to ₹1 lakh, while fines from subsequent crimes can exceed up to 10 lakh. The bill also empower the court to pay advocates for their wrongdoing commitment against them. According to section 11, no police officer shall arrest an advocate or investigate a case against an advocate without the express instruction of the chief judicial magistrate. When an advocate provides information to police station officer in charge about the commission of any offence, the officer in charge shall enter or cause to be entered the substance of the information in book to be kept by such an officer and refer the information with other related materials to the nearest chief judicial magistrate, who shall conduct a preliminary investigation into the case. In the CJM, if the CJM finds that FIR was lodged against advocate for malicious intention deriving from the discharge of the advocate's professional obligation, after the hearing, the advocate would be granted bail. A major provision for social security is also included in this legislation. In the event of unforeseeable event, calamities such as natural incident, disaster, supposes that the state and federal governments make preparation to provide financial assistance to all needy advocates across the country. A minimum of rupees 15,000 must be provided every month. Section 12 of the Criminal Procedure Code must be provided that states that if any public servant with investigated or arrest power is found in possession of using privileged communication or material that can be shown to have been obtained from the advocate in his investigation, it is presumed that such privileged communication or material was obtained by coercion. Let us move forward to our conclusion and conclude with this topic. According to this list, the committee did not include a single female advocate. On the committee, the Dalit, Bahujan, and Adivasi population were equally ignored, aside from physical security and protection against unlawful arrest and incarceration. The group has also examined the need for social security for the resolution of advocates and the Bar Association concern. Thank you all of you for hearing me patiently. And if you find this video useful, then do please like, share, comment and subscribe the channel. Thank you.